What's up, guys? So I just walked into Tom Argue Design. He's the guy that is doing the wood paneling for the C4, and I was really excited to pick it up. Got a totally different look. I'm really stoked with it, but as I was walking through the door, he kind of wanted to show me this. This thing's called a Piranha, and this is one of the project cars that they have here. So let's check this thing out. So I've been wanting to kind of do some stuff here over at Tom's for a while. I mean, this thing is, the engineering and just the attention to detail, the paint work, all the body work is just absolutely beautiful. 572, 620 horse, 5-speed Tremec tranny. Just got some crazy high-end leather. You said this was all done over in Italy, had it all shipped over, and then got a really crazy custom sound system and all that. It's got a Holly Dominator on it. Holy smokes. That looks very expensive. It looks just crazy expensive. Insane amount of work here. Love the paint. What do you even call the color?
It's a custom mix that we did here.
Oh, dude, I like it. So one of Tom's personal pet projects that he's been working on is a GMC Cyclone with a 2JZ swap in it, of which Victor from Induction Performance is doing. So that's going to be a pretty freaking awesome project. We're going to have to come by, even take a ride in that thing, but that's going to be an absolute ride. We'll do some more over at Tom's some other time here, but I just wanted to show you guys this because get to see a whole bunch of different crazy stuff at different shops that I go to. So this thing is pretty darn sweet, man. All right, so we just got those wood panels back from Tom Argue Design, and I wanted to show you guys this. They did this, like, kind of smoked it in a way. They didn't really, like, kind of sand it down like I thought. I didn't really know what the process was going to be like, but it turned out really nice. So then I got a copper in it, and we got to show you guys what this looks like in the sun. But definitely a much nicer, darker, kind of more modern look to it. Kind of like a tinted clear is what they kind of did, to really much better looking. We'll kind of show you some pictures of the old setup, and this is just far superior to what was there. Yeah, so he said that there were some parts that the thing had kind of flecked a little bit when they tried to knock it down a little bit, but let's take a look at this in the light. Yeah, when the light hits this, I think it's going to be, oh yeah, you can definitely kind of see the I don't know if you can see that. We got some fingerprints on there, but man, it definitely had that older 80s vibe, you know. We'll have to, but this is a much better overall thing. This is pretty sharp. So let's take a look at what this is going to be like. We got our door sills in as well. This is what we wanted. We were waiting for these, what was it, a couple weeks or something, Laz? They were a little bit behind, but you know, we'll put the trim adhesive on there and kind of get everything set up just right, but it's going to be quite nice. And I went to the Corvette shop, which is a place in Tampa, and he had said, hey, or that 87 had the plastic one, and then apparently my dad had put the updated deal for like a 90 or something on there. So
to match the outside. He actually said these were newer seats too.
Yeah, I think this is out of a 96, like a collector's edition, or an LT4 car, but that looks a lot better already. Yeah, that in that lighting, it's definitely much more tasteful. So can't wait to get the other parts in. We'll get all that on in just a little bit. So check this out. This kind of brought back some old memories. I didn't even really think about it. I was asking, he's like, hey, yeah, when we were scraping this stuff, it had a whole bunch of dum-dum in the back of it. My ears perked up, and I was like, man, I kind of got like the chills thinking about it. Like when I was a kid, this used to be one of my favorite toys. It's like my dad used to get kind of pissed. It's like, did you take the dum-dum? And I was like, I would play with this stuff and do all sorts of things with it. Yeah, you can make all sorts of things with it. So I guess it's called strip caulk. I just always knew it as dum-dum, and to me it'll always be dum-dum, but I can't wait to play around with this a little bit. So when we install that, we're just lightly, you know, really light torque on the screws, but so the thing doesn't rattle or anything, we put just like a little dab, small little spot in certain select areas on those panels, so it's not going to rattle or anything like that. Okay, so Tom still has the door panels, and we still have a little bit more time that he needs to have the door panels, so he's going to finish that up kind of towards the end of this week. But for right now, we're going to play with the dum-dum, try and get these back and mounted up where they need to be. We'll see how good it looks here in a couple minutes. We have something we got to figure out here. Laz kind of showed me faux speaker. I guess it was in a 90 model car, whereas our speaker is right there. We don't know if the carpet's going to cover that, or if we're going to have to get another piece of carpet and cover what that piece is right there. It goes like so. All right, well, that looks like the carpet's going to cover that. So kind of weird equipment.
carpet kits, they add a little bit of extra where everything pretty much has to be trimmed. So we gotta find the good areas that we can attach them, and then start trimming around the edges.
That's a little bulbous, and we don't have whatever the heck that was right there. So I guess, again, part of the deal is that we don't know exactly what was trimmed or modified to begin with. And we're kind of mixing and matching certain years, and you know, I might have started off on a C4 Corvette, but I certainly don't know all the little swap deals of what we got going on there. So that has certainly been a modified piece, but how much, we really don't know. So
nice little jagged cuts through here. Things have changed over the years, but we'll get it figured out.
Yeah, honest to God, this brings back memories, you know, messing around with little dum-dum, just kind of sticking in little certain places. So when I was a kid, like I said, I used to play with this junk all the time. I used to use it for all sorts of different things, and it's kind of neat that I'm sitting here doing it again, you know, working on my dad's car. It kind of gives me this crazy good feeling, you know, that I don't know, it's just like, it's kind of reminding you of childhood and stuff. So it's pretty cool. It's just a weird thing, maybe just for me, but I don't know. But hopefully I'm sharing it with you guys. So much better and an updated look, so I really love it. Hell yeah, it looks so much better. So we still have to do this carpet right there, and we will do that. It's just we got to try and find a little section that is a black section for that. But any of the contact points, because again, this is not OEM, and even on the OEM stuff, they always have like little kind of sound deadener things. Well, this has been completely modified. This is not meant to be here at all. Normally it's kind of tucked up underneath there, but my father relocated it, so he made it easy access so he could change out the EEPROM without having to dig out the PCM every single time. He wanted to make an editing change. So we're gonna go in the corners, kind of in some of the other little areas with this dum-dum.
Dum-dum of my gum-gum.
Yeah, something like that.
Cutting and splicing and making it happen. It's not exactly the right mold.
Looks like it's coming together.
It's got a piece of trim molding that we need to get around here, hard plastic. We got to relieve a spot over here to make this bend.
Okay.
Because that wasn't in the factory mold. And we gotta get this to smooth it out. That's where that speaker grate went.
Gotcha. I'm gonna go take a look at the one that Georgie's got in there. Okay. That is so much better. I can really see my reflection pretty good there. So I got this one mounted right here. I got to get this guy mounted, and we're trying to get that all straightened away. So again, we're mixing and matching, you know, different years, so we didn't really know what's what exactly. We don't have anything really to compare to, but again, this is kind of a little bit of a cut and trim, and that's really what we have to do in order to make this work. All the little pieces that we've trimmed off so far have really, you know, worked out pretty good. So we got this one more little piece right here, and we still got to figure out what we're going to do with that guy right there. This seems to be a little bit difficult to remove, Laz says. You said there's a little trim piece on the outside that we got to put on here, right?
Yeah, it's very small on the bottom lip.
So do we have it, or?
We have it in red.
Oh, we have it in red. Okay.
So I'm supposed to tell me source.
George, what are you doing? Holy crap, it's black. So what'd you do? You find a scrap piece of carpet or something like that?
You got it, man. Fail PE because I don't play.
Oh, snap! Holy crap, so we got another one. So we had this stuff and we didn't even realize it, huh? Well, so guys, tell me what you think. The old school screaming 80s to what we got now. I am so much happier with that.
It's just like a guy heard it.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think we should crank her up, man. We got to hear that sweet sound here in a minute. Love that sound, boys. We're on the home stretch. So as you got burned by the light right there, the scalding hot old school lights. Yep, that's one more thing that we need to update. Yeah, those are really, really hot. Definitely want to do some LEDs on that puppy. That'll be one of the final things we'll use to update that. It's looking so hot. Well, I so badly wish that we had the door panels because that would make the interior completely mint, but it is really looking pretty sharp. So we didn't think that we were going to be able to get these in, but man, what a difference. It's like brand new, 0 mile almost, you know? It's. What do you think, Laz?
I'm happy with it.
It's probably the best it's looked. I'm so happy with the way that came out.
Yeah, to see the improvement on this car since I've seen it the way it used to be for the last 25 years. Definitely amazing.
All right, guys, so this project has been a very big sentimental thing, and I might have alluded a little bit to that my father passed away when I was 18 years old, and you know, this is really kind of coming to mean a whole lot more. Like, my dad never got to see the successes that that we've done, and Laz has been here from, you know, pretty much very early on, and I wouldn't be where I'm at without the help of Laz. And Laz has seen what this car has been through and kind of how it's kind of grown and evolved, and he's definitely helped get it to where it is right now. You know, Garrett, I've known him for about, what, 3 years or something like that?
Yeah, not that long.
And you know, we've kind of talked about some of this, but I kind of wanted to just share with you guys in the fact that, like, you know, my dad never really was healthy. He never really was a healthy guy. You know, he kind of he'd smoked his whole life, and he was overweight most of the time that I had known him, and I've made, you know, changes in my life so that when my kids grow up, I'm going to do the best I can to be around for them. You know, like my father passed away when I was 18 years old. I was a senior in high school. It was kind of a really rough blow. You know, nobody wants to lose a parent young. And I mean, I've said this to Garrett, you know, many times. I'm like, dude, you're really lucky to have your dad around. You know, it's like a big blessing that most of us, you know, that have our parents there take for granted. And so on a positive note, what I can take back from this is that, you know, my dad made mistakes in his life, and it's our job as the next generation to learn from the previous generation's mistakes. And, you know, I wish my dad was around so that he could see my successes and my work ethic and all that. And I mean, I've been so blessed to be surrounded by guys like this and little things that we've been able to accomplish, and even big things that we've done. It's been crazy.
I think it's cool that, like, Jeremy's dad, I guess, led the Corvette community into so many things, and then, like, when I met Jeremy, he was the fastest C7 stick-shift car ever. Like that's part of the reason why I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's got to tune my C7. And I mean, imagine back in the day when your dad was the fastest, people were like, I gotta get this guy to tune my Corvette. So yeah, it's crazy that however many years later, I'm like, man, this guy's got to tune my car. Yeah, because he was the fastest, and it's cool that you're a generation up, pushing the same platform farther than anybody.
Laz, you helped us build the ATS-V and stuff too. We actually had the fastest ATS-V in the world too.
Wow! And one thing that's neat is Jeremy's always had these little, I want to try this or do this just a little bit different than everybody else, and, you know, kind of inventions, and then to work on his dad's car and see all the weird out of the box thinking that he had on the car.
Apple didn't fall far.
He definitely has that. Sometimes good and sometimes bad. Like, Jeremy, we just want to finish the project.
You know, if we put like 12 hair dryers on it,
yeah,
maybe a 24-volt battery,
he's like,
make a couple pounds of
hold on, I think we can hone this plastic tube for another millimeter of airflow.
No, but it's been great. Just wanted to share with you guys that. I didn't want it to be like on a down note, but it's a positive note, and I'm so thankful that I had my dad as long as I did. So it's been a blast. This is a crazy journey, and we're only in the middle of it, you know. So yeah, we have a lot of stuff to do. So I'm really stoked for all this stuff. And dude, congratulations to you. 7 seconds.
Yep.
Manual trans.
Thanks to you.
Certified badass.
I mean, he taught me how to work on cars. And I
In a
mean,
very short period of time.
yeah, but okay, when you start working on a car, right, and you have literally, like, when I started my YouTube channel, I knew about cars. I knew the gist of it, but I had never pulled a valve cover off in my life. So the fundamentals of what I know and do now, pretty much 90, I'd say 6% are from Laz. Because I stood there, hand and wrench, with Laz, like, oh, okay, like, and then Laz would make me do it. And that all started on Leroy, and then freaking 100% of what I know tuning and making a car better itself is from you. And it's like, I mean, you're old enough to be my dad. Practically a second dad.
I guess I'd be like a 6th grade dad.
It's like the creepy uncle that you always want.
Oh, he's like the creepy uncle that I like really like to see just for short periods of time. No, but I think a good thing to take away from this is like you gotta cherish your loved ones as much as you can when you have them, and when they do pass, you gotta definitely lead on their legacy and make them as proud as you can because you know they're watching. So,
Amen to that. I mean, one of the best things that I had after my dad passed away was I had all his friends rallied around me and really made things easier on a transition. You know, I mean, so many people have really been a blessing. So it's been great. So thanks to Laz, thanks to Garrett. This has been a lot of fun. Just wanted to sit them down and kind of share this with you guys. It's kind of been a weird personal thing for me to get out. God bless you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you.
do it for Dale. We'll see you later.
You know, this could have been a tripod. FYI.
Mm-hmm.